I wish to turn to the general manager of People's Television Network because you've been quiet. But I'm just trying to understand the relationship between People's Television Network and IBC. I understand at one point, Congress TV was under People's Television Network. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And Madam Chair, since it was under the People's Television Network, I would assume that there was a budget. You had a budget for Congress TV. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Will you confirm that in 2024, you had a budget of about 175 million pesos for Congress TV?
Your Honor, I am basically new. I was just appointed last July 31. So before me, and I think there were about 5 GMs before me. So I'm not really aware of that. So I would just like to refer you to our finance OIC.
Sure.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I am Monette Mingos, Officer in Charge of the Finance Division of PTNI.
Okay.
So for our 2024 budget, we were given 179 million additional subsidy in 2024. And this was intended for, the breakdown of this was 75 million for the Congress TV production program and 101 for capital outlay. So that was what was given to PTNI.
The 75 million for Congress TV, part of it was expended.
Yes, yes, Your Honor, Your Honor.
And
yes.
what happened to the balance? Was it turned over to IBC?
No, Your Honor. The balance is still with PTNI since the transfer of the Congress TV program to the other network. We were advised to seek first the proper authorities as to how to address or how to utilize the remaining budget. So it's still with us.
Madam Chair, I'm just trying to understand. If that budget was allocated for Congress TV and Congress TV has since been transferred to IBC, why wouldn't you give the budget to IBC?
It was given to us as a subsidy. It was provided as a form of MOOE to us. At the start, it was not specified that it was to be devoted to a certain, like for Congress TV. So that's the gray area from our part. It's a gray area because when PTNI receives subsidy from the government, it is usually devoted to our operating expenses, and we do not return any amount from it. So this is the first time that we are having this kind of subsidy wherein we have to provide for a certain project from the Congress. That's why we still need clarification as to are we supposed to return it or are we supposed to utilize the balance.
Madam Chair, who would clarify and address that issue?
Right now, we have asked the DBM, but the DBM has advised us to seek clarification from Congress itself.
Clarification from us concerning that.
Specifically from the one who provided us, from the former chairman of the Committee on Appropriations. So we're actually in that direction.
Okay.
We're trying to find out.
And you have reached out to the Committee on Appropriations to get that clarification?
Not formally yet.
When are you planning to formally request clarification?
We will do it right away, sir, now that it has been raised on the table. Do our best to address.
And Madam Chair, to President Jimmy Policarpio, do you want that fund from People's Television Network?
Let me explain, Your Honor. When I was called by the Office of the Speaker to handle Congress TV, we immediately started October 1 of last year, in spite of the absence of a formal budget for that purpose, because we believe in assuming the responsibility of what should be diversified or spread to all people, what Congress was doing. I think at that time kasi ho, medyo nag-ano-ano ho kasi marami mga negative eh. Kaya sabi ko sa staff ko, no, we'll start immediately. We started October 1.
But President Jimmy, you want the funds from People's Television Network, correct?
With the indulgence of the committee, Your Honor, I will not oppose.
Madam Chair, my next question to People's Television Network. There was also, as part of the budget for Congress TV, an allocation for PTT in Legazpi City. There was an allocation of 50 million pesos. Do you confirm that in 2024?
In 2024, sir, the amount that was given to us for a total of 179 additional was nearly broken down. Yes, a part of that was intended for the
DTT.
Regional. Yes, sir.
And it was for 50 million pesos.
It was actually 50 million. Yes.
Was that eventually acquired or purchased?
There were setbacks in the bidding process, and May I turn over for a more appropriate answer to our back?
Good evening po. I'm Darius de la Cruz, overseer of Project Management Office of PTV4. So it's regards to DTT Legazpi project. Last 2024, nagkaroon po na kami ng failure of bidding. Then we study again the mandatory review for the project. Ngayon po nasa kami sa pre-procurement process ng project ng Legazpi. So hopefully before end of this year, the project will award to the bidder, participating bidder, sir.
The 50 million pesos is still intact.
Yes, sir.
The DTT, was that meant for Congress TV?
If I may, sir, we were informed that the 50 millions was, yes, for Congress TV, sir. And to clarify also, the Legazpi project is only around 20 million. There are other projects also allowed under the 50 million
But
total.
all the DTTs were for Congress TV.
That was what we were made to understand.
So the Ilocos DTTs, the Legazpi DTTs were for Congress TV.
Yes, Your Honor.
So assuming that there's a successful bid, you would turn over the DTTs to Congress TV.
From my end, I cannot properly reply, but
Why is it that you can't reply? Or you can explain?
this kind of an agreement is first for PTNI, wherein we are given funding, and then we will be devoting it to Congress. So we are just new in this kind of undertaking. So usually when we receive budget, it's intended for PTNI.
Well, the reason, Madam Chair, I'm asking this line of question because I see the disparity in the budget asked by IBC and what's proposed. So from my point of view, IBC needs all the help it can get from the previous allocation that was intended for Congress TV. And also that would include the DTTs, which is part of the digitalization initiative. That's why I'm asking these questions. Apparently, the resource persons are unable to explain exactly who would eventually get the DTTs and who would eventually get the amount left over with the People's Television Network, and that they need to basically seek guidance from the Committee on Appropriations of Congress. So that's why I'm asking these questions. But I have nothing further, Madam Chair. But Madam Chair, I ask the two People's Television Network, I ask you to formalize your requests for guidance from the Committee on Chair, the Committee on Appropriations, on the status of the remaining funds that was intended for Congress TV, and then also your position on the DTTs that were supposed to be given to Congress TV.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
The committee requests PTV4 whatever documents or lists the Honorable Roman is requesting. Can you kindly submit to the committee, because it cannot be that you cannot answer his inquiry, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, but there was no clear turnover from the former GM to me. So I'm still at a loss, and I'm just still studying how the system goes with PTV4. But yes, we will submit what is needed. Thank you.
Maybe the good secretary has a comment on that, sir.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Actually, just like 𝐿, I'm also new to the role. But when I first visited and sat down with PTV to be appraised on the operations of the network, that particular issue actually, Your Honor, came up. It was upon my prodding that I asked them to seek clarification from the Committee on Appropriations, which allocated that budget to PTV4 precisely for Congress TV that has since moved to IBC 13. And the direction really was to write a letter to the committee to seek clarification. Number one, if they can reallocate that budget for internal purposes, or number two, hand it over to IBC 13. We are at the disposal of the committee, Your Honor, and rest assured that our two attached television networks will comply with the directions from the committee. Thank you.
Thank you for the clarification, Secretary.
Madam Chair, just a request as a follow-up. When the formal request for guidance from the Committee on Appropriations is submitted, can you attach all relevant documents showing how much was the allocation for the People's Television Network and all other relevant documents after that?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.